fly.
Qualifier. So, what are we expecting, boys? Are we expecting a lot of more like Destina,
All right.
Rueda, a lot more like revives, really, or
E7
hey,
World Cup
also more
Europe
super
bracket.
free like Asia and the other regions?
Well, I would say a lot of players have had to develop their playstyle to become a lot more versatile, but EU is kind of like the motherland
Gonna
in the
block my
takedown. They have some of the
head.
most famous players, and a lot of them do have similar play styles.
So
Oh
we got
yeah,
qualifiers for global,
the style.
Asia,
We have the skills.
Korea,
The last qualifier, and
Japan,
then next week we have the group
Europe.
draw. Week
Group
8,
draw
we hit
on the
back to
2nd.
balance patch on
Main
week 8.
matches the
Again, if
16th,
you
23rd, 24th, and
usually
then the finals the
the thing is that
6th.
during the tournament, we don't really have that big
Cash out the
of
points. I will
matches.
cash out the points.
But see, Lydia is getting
Give
pretty
me a
solid.
second.
And that hit
Give me a moment.
for a lot of players. They love to play her as an opener or along with every other hero. And then we have the main matches, 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Then a week break to bring the players offline to Korea, and then we will have the finals of the top 3 on September 6th. Depending on the time zone, it might be September 7th. Depending on the time zone, it might be 6th. There's a prize pool, $50,000 for the champion, and 20,000, 10,000, and 2.5 for the rest. Down the list, total $100,000 for prize pool. That's it for the prize, but we have to talk about the players from Europe. First 4. Tetsu, Tayo, KHM, Shin. One of the strong players of cards. We'll go first. There's Tayo and KHM.
I got the points cashed out. Tetsu,
Well, I'll just do
Tayo,
a quick statement now about
KHM,
KHM,
Shin.
one of my favorite players of all time. I did mention that a lot of players, not just KHM, but all these guys have had to become
Please don't
in terms of what they bring to
freaking
the table. However, I think KHM
have a
is
tank
one
down
of the
match.
most tank
I am
players in
exhausted.
all of Epic 7 history, and I'm so excited to see him today. Hasn't had the best performance history, but I'm rooting for him.
Well put, Carr. I think one thing to keep in mind is that Europe is often considered to be a baby version of the Korea server, but this year we've seen a little bit of a twist there with Korea server a lot of times getting a lot of the tank down matches out first game, and then second game going balls to the walls, all in on speed. And I would
KHM turn 2 for days. Please, no.
Oh yes, and the next page.
Sindri, Chang,
Chang,
Square, and Mitsumi.
Total 8 players.
Oh, wow.
Exact same format.
Guys, are these Epic 7 players or clothing models? What are we looking at, guys?
We're looking at the summer models and the winter models on the right. Oh yes, good looking
Wow.
fellas.
Jeez.
And their profile
Chang, your boy
looks
now.
really good all over. Especially Sindri. Look at the quality and the lighting too. Looks like a professional job done.
I'm here for my guy XW Square, but man, it's almost a shame they're modeling for black shirts and not maybe some, let's say, Epic 7 merch with some waifus printed on those shirts. That would have been nice.
Maybe it was asked from the production to have black shirts only to match the background color. And here's the tournament tree for
Tetsu versus Mitsumi, Shin versus Shindri, Tayu versus
Shin
versus Square, Winoa. Can I turn them up a bit? Yes.
XW Square, KHM versus Chang. Similar to Japan, we'll only go through 2 out of the 4
Is that better?
finals, and then from semis we'll catch all the matches. But the other 2 from the quarterfinals, we won't get to see exactly what happens. We will get the results as soon as it comes through. Oh, and only one.
Goodness gracious.
Only one will advance.
Cool.
And I know there's a lot of fans between KHM and the crew behind him. Will this be the year? KHM advances into the main matches. Lots of big names did drop. I think one of the big names, Acrobat Light, Gomyang Mi. Yeah, we have those players ready to go. Oh, guys,
We got a code.
you are right. Oh, this one, hey. 6 hours only.
6 hours.
Now,
What?
if you wake up late, if you sleep now and don't do this and wake up late, you might miss this. Leaves gold charms. E7WC _ day 4 _ EU. Copy paste in chat so everyone can do the same. Thank you, everyone. If you have Android or if you run it on PC, you can find it on directly on. If you don't have it, thank you, GM says once again. GM says we'll also provide you, I'm pretty sure, with the link where you can put your account in and then the code. Good to go. And then we have the coupon, and if you would be really nice, there's also an emoji coupon that was out earlier today that will be available until like August or something, so you got some time for that one. So now putting those aside, we got 8 players to go through. So going in, Tetsu, first player.
Tetsu,
On the table, win rate 79%.
Lua, DJ Basar, Solina,
Not that many. We've seen this type of
Ross,
numbers.
Mustban, Pre-ban,
79.
Litica, and Flan.
Gomyang had 79.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, exactly. KJ was the other one, and there's only, I think, one other player that's a slightly higher. This is extremely
Tetsu
impressive.
looks thrilled.
Now, I think one thing to
He
point
looks
out is
absolutely
that for
thrilled,
one of the
guys.
first seeds, Tetsu is an extremely low-spending player, meaning he's probably missing a bit of units, and his gear isn't the best. So he is actually really good at threading the needle for good meta units, and you can see here he plays a lot of Heli and Lua. Now, whether or not that stays the case when we go to main matches, you know, a little bit of meta changes could happen, but for now, I'm expecting either Heli and Lua gets banned super early or get used to perfection here.
Oh, maybe. And then we see that a Ross, meaning Tori, should be in there somewhere. The same on the other side. Most ban protection of Ventura Ross. With some difference, Luna, Euphane, and Lomo Keira. With the Lua ban from Mutsumi. So
Good.
it might just work
Mutsumi
out
will
for
just
this
ban
player.
Gaki.
Yeah, 70% win rate.
Sweet.
And less than 70 games in total.
Jeez.
Very strong players, both sides. Oh, God.
Now, one thing I like to point out about this matchup is over the course of the qualifiers, we've seen this archetype of player where they're Chinese players, but they're kind of like sleeper cells in other servers. You had SYAC in Korea, you had Nero in Japan, and in Europe, Mutsumi is the guy to watch. Though I will say, I think he has probably the toughest matchup of them all. Tetsu is an extremely intelligent player, able to use his low spending account to such high degree. So this is my matchup of the night. This is what I stayed up all night for.
And they just happen to go up against each other in the quarterfinals. No
23 and
record,
93.
No record from last year, but the win rate shows.
You know, I've seen a common theme with all these games played from the prelims, and it's low game total. Unlike my bozo self that was slamming games, just trying to keep myself in the top
Tetsu kind of
16.
me a little bit of like
But
Global's
then
approach
Global's
to
an
that.
absolute
Very high win
dogfight.
rate, maybe, you know, lifting almost, I think, completely free to play, but Tetsu seems like the player to watch here besides KJ.
Next year for sure, guys. Next year for sure.
Potentially missing a unit and still 79%. That is crazy. We are ready to jump into our first quarterfinals match. Number 1.
All right, back on the screen.
Mutsumi on the right.
Back on the screen we go.
Only 1 out of the 8 players will survive and move on to the main matches today. Will that Heli and Lua be banned?
Let's see.
I think a lot of it is going to come down to who gets that first pick.
She is available.
There it is. She will be available. Second pick player Mutsumi needs to ban away the Renekton.
Luna Harsetti. Zio's up.
Oh, wow. Okay, a little bit of different. Which of the Mir Tenebra will be going away first?
Keira picked up from Mutsumi. And
Flan.
pair up.
Oh, okay.
It's a really strong combo there. Tetsu, very strong player. He has to evaluate whether or not he's going to be able to get that first turn, considering Mutsumi potentially running with a very fast account if he's indeed a sleeper cell agent from the Asia server.
And GJ B
Basar.
picked up in the ban protection.
Now, we've seen a lot of Abyssal Eupheme being picked against Peira, but DJB might be one of those characters we see a little bit more, considering that we're looking at Europe server. Lots of manipulation when it comes to shields, and as you guys know, Knights nowadays, protection set is priority, so that's one character I expect to be highly contested tonight. Hovering a Zio Mutsumi, maybe looking to take first turn control immediately.
Yeah, I like that Desert Jewel Bazaar kind of idea you had. Both of these players really liking units like Roz. We talk about protection set. This is the, you know, the land of the tank down. So I think DJB, even though he may not be needed right now, or especially, I like that pickup for him. Zio does indeed get locked in for the side of Mutsumi.
Mutsumi controlling first turn. Pair up with Blooming Lidica, second Blooming Lidica of the tournament.
And Mutsumi has set up for himself a really strong aggro comp there. Zio, of course, will be getting the first turn. There's not a lot of ways to fight back against it. Yes, you can draft a lot of things that stop the damage. Empyrean Ilinav being one of them, but picked in the 4th position almost speaks that maybe she's just going to get banned in the late game. Tetsu evaluating his options here. You could go for a tank like Empyrean Ilinav, Infinite Horizon, Acades as well being covered. I think both are legitimate options, but he needs to be able to round this out and not have any holes and get aggro down.
Yeah, that's right, Valky. I really like what Mutsumi did here. You show the early Witch of the Mir Tenebria, and we talked about how strong she is against tank down players. And so Mutsumi kind of just goes over the top, showing aggression, and now we have Tetsu.
Okay, haste makes sense.
Blood Moon haste.
Oh,
Tay.
cleave. Teiyu.
Man.
All right.
Teiyu.
ML Tehu to you, Mr. G Clef.
The good-looking school Teiyu.
Successor.
With Blooming Lidica, huh? Mutsumi's got quite a draft.
We want to get some turn meter pushback for him, so we have multiple options. But of course, as soon as I talk about him, he's going to get taken out of the picture. So non-factor there. And then the Infinite Horizon Acades.
Trying to get those debuffs on. That's what Mutsumi is thinking. So can't have Acades. As you go into round number 1. First match of the quarterfinals. Let's see you start for Mutsumi.
Zio will take that first turn as 3 comes down. This game almost entirely comes down to how good the DJ Bazaar is. He needs to be able to resist a lot of debuffs. Stylus comes through. Oh, he gets pushed back.
Bazaar got pushed back.
Tolbern activated.
And the stun.
And the stun.
Ouch. Mutsumi, everything seems to be going to according to plan.
If this para lands Death Break on haste, it could be curtains.
Very fast pace. I really like his decision making there. Not going for the ultimate. You know, it's really natural to just use your.
Or just go after.
Everything's going in.
Damage.
Just go after the Tenebria. Better to get rid of her, I guess. No, unbuffable. Haste is useless. Oh, and it's over. And it's over. Oh, that was quick. That was quick.
That many debuffs is going in straight. Like if that's
More games like that, please. More games like that.
Man, Mutsumi.
Very nice ban.
Yeah,
We kind of talked about how he got rid of that Infinite Horizon Acades.
Yep.
Wants to get those debuffs sticking. He's going to be telling if that Desert Jewel Bazaar. I almost feel like Tetsu got punished a little bit for taking that early Witch of the Mare. And then Mutsumi kind of just came over the top with all that speed, all that damage.
Yeah, look.
And the DJ Bazaar was not able to resist the debuff. I mean, if it was a incredibly high effectiveness Blooming Lidica, then you can't really fault the guy for trying. But as things looked, DJ Bazaar could not hold up his end of the bargain, resist the stuns, you know, maybe get that combat readiness pushed up, cleanse his team. If it had gone the other way, he would have looked like the hero. But in this case, looked like a 0, did not look good.
Yeah, I think Valky, you're right. I think that Blooming Lidica effectiveness has to be a lot to land all of it. Not just that, the others also landed near 100% that I could find on screen. Mutsumi up 1. Now, do not take draft again. Aram is globally banned until the main stage. So, with those banned in the middle, Hemmopolitus, Lidica, Ilinav, and Odilibet. Some snipe bans coming out.
Okay, well now Tetsu After that very, very convincing win from Mutsumi there, this is one of the picks that he had, the Hellion Lua.
You knew this was highly likely coming. Tori, maybe a certain Fire Knight parried if Tori Ross picked up so fast. It seems like Mutsumi definitely has a plan for this, and I think also he picked up a little bit from the Japan server matches tonight. If you outspeed your opponent, you aggro them down, ban Imperium Illinap, and you could end up in a really clean spot. Definitely taking that to heart. Ahmed coming through.
Oh, he hovered it for a second, but yeah, the para. We see with the Tori Ross combo, sometimes you don't want to go like full send, but we are sending that Requiem Rwano. We have the two pairings.
You're right.
That Tori Ross G Clef, and now the blue para alongside that Requiem Rwano that we've seen many, many times.
And
this is definitely one of those drafts you see Asia server players practice for. First game, go with like maybe a Zeo. If Zeo is open, you pick a Zeo cleave or a Zeo aggro, and then second game, open up with something neutral like that Tori Ross, and then just go pedal to the metal with the blue para Requiem Rwano. Usually players do not have a strong answer to be able to come back from that.
Ravi, Nikit Adin, Tetsu scrolling. A mage. A Vivian with skin. Genua. Adin it
Okay,
is.
we decided. Yep. Now how do we round out the draft here from Tetsu? Time is ticking down. We need one more pick. It's a lot of damage on the other side.
Obey if you wish to live.
Conqueror Lilia's 5th pick. I don't think we've ever had
I'll have to warm
her
up.
going on the 5th slot. But here she is. Araminta.
Yeah, and we've seen what damage, what control this unit can do.
Oh, yes.
I'm curious if it just gets banned out. We don't really have great answers besides maybe dodging.
Ooh, a little bit of a 50-50 onto the end there, but still, I think Mutsumi very favored in this draft. Silverblade Arm that does get removed, and so does the Auden. Ooh, boy, Tetsu, if he can hold the storm and, you know, slug it out, I think there's a chance he can swing back from this, but as things stand, we've seen this Para win matches again and again, especially in the second round. It's going to be really rough.
All right. Here comes round number 2. Mutsumi up 1, starting with Para on the right. Tetsu needs a big comeback. Got 6 debuffs on.
Oh man, and misses on the Fallen Cecilia as well. A little bit unfortunate, burns into the Spirit Isoline.
Okay.
Oh man, that is such a strong play there. Requiem Rana following up. This is going to be a lot of damage. Watch for the cooldowns. Do we hit any resets?
We did. Quite a few indeed.
Yep,
One of the most important ones on that Hellion Lua now. Mutsumi, very, very strong initiative.
Lua doesn't have the challenge.
Feeling your sword.
Resist as well.
Give all that you have for the glory of Harlan.
See Lilius get pushed back that far. Some decreased attacks, but
Are you seeing the power of that blue para, right? The unbuffable, just making so we can't stack almost any of those those huge buffs that Conquer Lilius is known for.
Ross provoked at least. Here comes Tori. Getting the gifts on first. Cascade on.
We do get the Cascade. Don't forget too,
Sober.
that extra damage. Even though we can bypass the 2-hit mechanic. Oh, not behind that Fallen Cecilia. Way too much tankiness, but now in prime position after that stun to land a follow-up.
A little bit awkward here. I'm sure Tetsu would like to provide the Spirit Isoline with the skill nullifiers, but considering that there is an unbuffable, what is that? Is that an
Yeah,
ER
that might be
Para?
ER, because that's 2, right? 2 in a row may not be a coincidence anymore.
Yeah, the 1 might be just luck, but the 2,
Another
that might be
stun.
skill at this point. Stuns the Lua as well. Wow.
The second
I think
Sober.
this might just be able to put the Spirit Eye away.
And the
Everything is
deep
coming up Mutsumi.
Come, I'll take your life.
The duel. Where are you going to attack now? Tori will get the smash barrier. This goes for
Okay,
it.
does get the provoke. He's trying to keep the Spirit Isoline alive if possible, but look, the blue pair is primed and ready.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Really? He just taps
I
out,
mean,
and
Tetsu
that
is
is
just in such a
game.
rough spot.
Yeah, it was looking
He
kind of
felt
done, but that
it.
maybe, you know, felt a little early. However, it was looking bad. Tetsu throws in the towel.
Wow. He gave up.
Yeah, with
He
the
threw in the
pushback from
towel
Rowena,
and said nope.
stun lock with the soul burns on Pera. I mean, we kind of felt it, but Tetsu just stepping out says, I have no chance of coming back here. Yeah.
Was that pair on resist? Yeah, it felt like everything was just going the way of Mitsumi.
Might have been a resist Para. You have a lot of these openers like the blue Para as well as Sea Phantom Politis that, yes, they can go very high speed, but if you build them on enough resistance, a lot of times they can just win these longer matchups where the resist, they can shake off one debuff after another. And if that is the case, well played to him. And what a set.
Oh, yeah. Let's take a look at the highlight of our first game. Controlled
And
Look at
one
this.
thing I really would like to
Debuff
highlight about
Central.
Mutsumi is this turn. Well, okay, we didn't get to see the turn, but Mutsumi is insanely good with his cooldown controls. A lot of times you guys see him opt to skip the Blooming Lidica S3, the Blue Payra S3, and just go for a simple S1, and that usually lets him swing into advantages that a lot of players don't even consider. Once again, like this match as well. You land the S2, get your debuffs in, and he just goes for the soul burn play. It's so simple, yet effective. And we've seen players, you know, have good accounts, good drafts, but this is one player I noticed their play is just so clean.
Not only that, I'll just add on, that's very well said. I think the quickness in which he does his actions too. A lot of times you want to take the time to think, but the fact that he was so fast with it, you know, yeah, he's confident. He knows exactly what he's doing.
really well done. Fully controlled, had the souls coming back, and Tori wasn't even being contested. And if she was, extra barrier was available from Barrage. That wasn't even procced, I believe, because she was barely touched. And I think that Tetsu was just under the pressure and said, okay, there's close to no chance of taking this one, so I think he just tapped out. Mutsumi had him fully controlled, as many of you guys probably saw at the same time. Wasn't
He was
a...
about to lose the Spirit Iceling there, most
I
definitely.
know.
I respect it.
Wasn't a horrible
and
draft,
this is
though.
one of those matches that didn't look super hype, but the play was clean, golf claps all around.
So Mutsumi moving up
Okay.
to the next stage. Quick to 0. I was expecting some more tries coming out
Yeah,
from Tetsu, but it just happened.
We did talk up Tetsu quite a bit. Yeah, Mitsumi just looked real strong.
Seemed like it was
Okay.
there,
Oh
and
boy.
the resist
Well,
and the effectiveness
if this is a long ass game, guys,
Scary.
I
So
don't
looking
know
down
what's gonna
to
happen.
the lower side of the bracket.
KHM
Cham,
versus
very
Chang.
well known from Europe.
Speaking of talking up people big, KHM, my man, coming in hot. Win rate 77%, most picked. You see
Bellion,
styles.
DJ
It is
Bassar,
one that,
Solitaria,
talks about
Ban
the time
Protect,
before. You
Lua.
also see a lot of variety. I do think we've kind
Most
of talked about
pre-ban
how certain
is Redak.
players are missing characters, and I believe KHM for the longest time has always been missing
And
some key
Lidica.
elements to kind of round out his
Yeah,
character.
morning.
Bellion, Solitaria. That's an interesting most picks that we can see on screen. Still, 77% win rate for KHM, very high up there. And his opponent,
Chang.
Chang on the other side. Most man protection.
Arcetti.
Didn't we also have Arcetti with
Arcetti,
76
DJ
from
Bassar,
other server?
Bellion, FCC.
Higher than 50, Chang Gang.
Freaking
Arcetti player.
banning
Okay, no disrespect,
Renak
but
and Lua.
Arcetti, when she's available. Let's see.
Cool.
I think likely.
And I
will
think
be
one thing to note here is certainly that I think every single Europe server player has been picking a lot of DJ Bassar just because he gives you so much priority over
Right.
these knight characters when you can invert those barriers, invert the protection set, and turn that asset into a disadvantage for
Rank
your
3 versus
Yeah,
rank
no one wants to fight
5,
that.
71.
However, I do think that first pick with Tetsu where he picks the Witch of the Mare Tenebria and then he gets the Desert Drill Bazaar a little bit, I don't want to say like full punished, but he did kind of have, you know, those were a little bit slower. And then with
Yeah,
Tsunoda,
Japan's done
on
already.
that.
In no tricks.
Chang also.
Afternoon to you.
Dead serious.
Uh,
KHM both.
quote unquote
crossed arm.
Good night / good morning for me here.
These guys might not have a relative record, but I'll tell you, guys, who do we think wins based on the sporting this crossed arm pose? Who wears it better? That's our point of reference.
I'd say slightly bigger seps on KHM side. Oh, we're ready for game. Quarterfinals, match number 2. KHM on the left, Chang on the right. Renak Tene. Aruka banned.
Both banned out. Renak.
Arcetti open. Zia open. Pera first pick.
Pera.
Yeah. We see the Harsetti on 3 from Chang. A lot of units open to pull here. Let's see how he develops the first 2 picks of his
There's
draft.
options. Yeah, a Dark Knight, mayhaps a defense scaling bruiser with an AoE attack and a passive that could cut
You
CR
don't
push in
say.
half.
Yeah, it's almost like we see her one of the highest pick rates, especially following this Lone Wolf Para.
You don't deserve
Ooh,
my
okay.
mercy.
Do get a little bit of a different flavor here, New Moon Luna being adapted in.
Oh,
Now I think he
I'll
has a
bring it
bit
in.
more freedom with what he can do. Scrolling through his
already?
units playfully here.
Aha, okay, you see.
Oh, there it is.
that's what we were looking for. Got a little surprised.
Yeah, we're slightly excited. We went ahead of ourselves a little bit. But FCC from KHM picked up. On the other side, it's a lot of Knights, Warriors, and a Mage. Ah!
Oh,
yeah.
I love it, KHM.
Okay, some F-Res coming through.
Ooh, and DJ Bazaar being a
There's
hunter, we know
Bazaar.
these European players really like this pick. And of course, being locked in versus Fallen Cecilia, not a bad deal at all, but might be a gentleman's agreement here. Hey man, look, I'm not gonna pick Harsetti and screw up both of our speed tuning, so let's just play and pretend she's in the game, alright? No cleaving out loud.
I would almost even say too, though, like if Chang sees KHM's draft, you know, the Harsetti obviously still very powerful with the randomness, but it's a little less effective against someone like KHM who might also be having some effect resist.
Chenille on the hover. When there's DDR,
Could be.
there's
Here's
certainly
an
a
answer to
chance.
that Death Dealer Ray,
Mm-hmm.
the magical pen.
Anytime Death Dealer Ray is in the game, you want to pick Chenille, but I think, you know, you do have a little bit of time. You want to think to yourself, okay, do I want to commit into this DDR matchup, or maybe I go for something a little bit more clever? Oh, he does commit into it.
In the
I think
E7WC.
KHM is drafting to play top 4
Oh, he
here.
might grab both and pinch the Death Dealer Ray. The rest of his draft is kind of well-rounded if we're relying on that hyper carry Arya.
Another
I
counter
do
to that
like
sleep.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah, we see a lot of Europe and Japan server players just lock that Arya in on 3, slow down the opponent, drag them down into the mud, get into
It
that mud wrestling match,
is.
and there it is.
There's the
Dragon
pinch. We
King
grab
Shrew.
both of the hardest counters as Death Dealer Ray, and now Chang's going to be in a tough spot, not being able to, you know, ban both of them, obviously.
When in trouble, Captain Lindy, no, Arvier Vildred, Snake Power is the way to go, really? In this situation?
Maybe we're going to try to ban like a Fallen Cecilia and just come over the top with some damage. No,
I don't know if
instead
that's
we
what you
just
want
grab
to do
it.
when you have DJ
Nero.
locked in on 3.
Nero
Luke
won
Cage,
Japan.
I do think is pretty good. Gets banned away, traded out for the Dragon King Sharoon. Not a bad deal at all. So
Yeah, it was
going
Nero.
into one of these super heavy tank down mirror matches that I think a lot of players signed up for.
Mm-hmm.
Nero beat
Start with Pera. KHM on the left.
Okano. Alright, Era S3.
Now, the thing to note here in this matchup, DDR versus Chenille, it almost feels like both players aren't really allowed to use their big cooldown, so it feels like a 3v3 until, ooh, okay. Fallen Cecilia doing her job, mitigating a bit of damage. Chang
However,
didn't
less
want to see
value
that.
on
He
the
wanted to get
inversion.
the full inversion. Yes, sir.
I still take the fighting spirit, though.
Diversion. With some damage.
High F Luna or slow? I don't know.
The big roar from the DJB. Increase CR with
Edika's. Edika's 28,000.
Like Soulburn,
Oh my.
we can actually rip these twos back to back to back, and really, really pays off in these longer matches.
And KHM is really
She was
happy
slower
with
than
Fallen
Cecile.
Cecilia, able to reduce this AoE additional damage put in by the new Moon Luna, because if he didn't, oh boy, is he in a world of pain when the
19K.
Edicus starts rolling turn after turn after turn, and of course Schneel now pens it in. He's gonna get defense buff.
Oh, counter.
Takes damage right here, but no, Elbrus goes again.
Elbrus part 2.
Damage though.
Not bad. However, look at the Bissell Fiend.
She's not healing, so she's Destro.
Ready.
Almost near full stack on the fighting spirit. Who's the target? Purge? Luna. Sends her away. Ice Crystal.
Ice Crystal on DDR?
It seems like
Very common artifact on that Death Dealer, right?
it healed just the amount that was taken. Fallen Cecilia. Breaks down the entire team and
Attica's part 2.
But here we go, the Attica Scepter again. However, instead we're gonna rip that S3 because there's a lot of stuff we want to get rid of on the side of KHM.
Seal.
Well, sealed the Para and the...
Not going to have enough effectiveness to reach into the Schneel or the disciplinary prefect Arya, but if you remove the buff from the Para from the FC,
Another Elbrus.
Skill nose gone.
She's ready for trauma.
Wow. Elbrus. Quite
Like,
lightly.
you know, usually when the Euphine starts Elbrusing, it does a lot more damage, but against KHM, I feel like this Euphine Elbrus doesn't really hit that hard. I wonder why that is, guys.
Stop,
The
stop.
counterattack.
Another Elbrus.
It's adding up though.
Uh-oh.
But the Euphine, defense broken, Arya gets a good turn there, another counterattack. I mean, Arya damage might be enough. This is going to hurt.
It really is.
Oh
my
Oh,
god.
you're
way
being-
overkill.
Your fiend.
Ouch. And unwavering execution, taking her out with full fighting spirit.
From this position for Chang, it's looking real rough, but maybe we're trying to get, you know, the S2s on that Luna. Maybe knock out that Fallen Cecilia. However, she is getting locked down.
There's nowhere left to
Oh, man.
starting to run away.
Yeah, and this is why the Lone Wolf Payra is such a desired unit for every single strategy. You guys see here, not only she's setting up the DPS coming in from the ML Arya, but also, now that we're in the end game, the extra fixed damage is also doing a lot to put Chang away, and Chang puts his hands up. You don't want to see it. Luna gets taken out. GG comes out. Oof, KHM.
Has Chang won yet? He got beat by KHM just now.
Super common. We're ready to go. It was a really nice draft. When he saw that DDR, immediate switch into Schneel, and even Dragon King Sharoon was post banned.
Yeah, you hit him with a 2.
Hit him with 2, so only 1 could be banned. Really well done. The new kid Auden was banned from team.
How are you doing, Cranked?
Overall, I would actually say a draft win. What do you guys have to say for the first game?
Throw in the towel.
I think so too, but maybe instead of like the Dragon King Shroom ban, we could have opted for something like Fallen Cecilia. We saw how much damage he was mitigating, not just from the Abyssal Euphine, a million counters, but also like some of the fixed damage from Luna. But yeah, and overall, it's a tough spot. I think KHM really drafted well.
Yeah, and I'm inclined to agree with you, Car. I know we wanted to keep the DJB, or keep the FCC around rather, for the inversion value when it comes to your DJB, but if you just have one Elbrus pop off, the DJB really isn't doing all that with the inversion, and see
Saw that
if that
exactly
strategy
happen, right?
changes.
TLDR, I fell asleep on stream with the qualifiers because interesting slow matches legitimately put me to sleep. So that's my definition of how those games went.
Only 1 second chance.
I literally was Sleepy Joe.
First, and both Flans, Politis, and Ilinov extra ban.
Okay, Chang, what do we got?
No.
Is it time to bust out that Harsetti?
No Ilyanov, no Flan, no Flan, no Politis.
Chang has a couple of pretty interesting builds because I know this is probably like a product of missing some units, but hey, maybe this is the time to showcase counterattack Tori, but nope, Bellion first pick.
First pick, Bellion?
Emma Arya stolen away
Hello,
last match, so
Elliot.
this match you do want
Hello,
to do this
Bellion.
in order to stop him from being able to pull
Could be
out.
worse. I don't know how
The
Car is
Halloween
operating right
War,
now.
for
He must be
example,
getting the
that case
shakes from
played so
Ethereal
much of.
withdrawal.
Certainly is not the highest.
Crowd.
Oh,
Oh
crowd.
my god, we're
Usually,
really
that's a
fucking
different style,
tanking
like a
down.
bell.
It's gonna be a
Take them
fudging tank down
okay, I
game.
see. KHM.
Most definitely.
Oh my
Bringing that
goodness.
last Redder crowd, one of the best anti-AoE knights, gonna get some.
This is
extra
gonna be
level up.
miserable.
That Blood Moon haste, backing him up.
Bit of a hover on the Urban Shadow shoe.
I-
with
For
C-Phantom.
context, guys, I woke up
This is a
yesterday at
really
9
strong
o'clock in the
area,
morning.
Especially since KHM has two high HP scaling characters, she is going to get value this game and a Mort just in case that Jack's counterattack.
Mort.
Second
We
Mort
can't mod attack
of the
percent
day,
on Destro
including
rings?
Japan.
What do you mean, Voidy?
Guaranteed on the field, and Harsity from KHM.
You can mod flat attack onto a Destro ring with attack percent on it.
Dangerous here.
Oh my
He's got
god,
one
it's
move.
Harsetti.
He's up one.
And Tori.
He is up one, so I like that.
I like that Tori a lot since Chang is most likely, there you go, posturing into the
There's
young Senya.
Senya.
You need to pick her away when you are fighting that Harseti. So good setup by Chang, but what do you need to do here in order to overcome the Tori? Because if you pick something that's strong versus Harseti here, once again, weaken a Tori. If you pick something strong to Tori, then it's going to be weaken a Harseti. Chang being put in a bind here. KHM drafting so well,
Yeah, he
reading
really wants
almost
pick
2 to 3
something that
steps ahead.
will bait out the
Ah,
bats that
yeah,
maybe the
it's
young
attack
Senya
main,
through.
yes.
Hovering over Seaside Bologna. Not the best in units like Crow.
Oh,
This is before the balance patch, everyone.
it's Kairon.
So,
The Techron. Let's go, you.
Twisted Kairon.
Twisted Eidolon Kairon. Ooh boy.
How
I have no
exactly
idea what's
good
going
he
on. I'm
is in
here
this
for it.
meta right now. He's getting
Well,
some
he's bringing
changes.
that fixed damage.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's gonna try to pop that Tori potentially, just get some counters,
El-
and then the Elvira comes out.
No way.
Elvira.
needs to go.
Mort Kairon.
Yeah, very
Elvira.
nice. That's a
Elvira
nice
will
fit.
cut
Mort
so
Kairon's
much.
probably there just to S3 and blow up
I don't think
stuff.
you can live that through.
He's probably hoping that he's probably hoping with Harseti that Kairon goes before Tori and whatever and just blasts it.
Immediately post ban. I mean, actually, it looks like Chang's thinking about it.
This is the.
Wow, is he?
Oh, last
my
Shredder.
God.
How?
He got rid of crowd.
Really?
So then-
Elvira made it through. Young Senya was a given ban.
Okay, Chang's playing a bit of a risky game here, so we'll have to see if it pays off. But I mean, you are up against one of the fathers of Tank Down, so going for a high risk, high reward play, I like that speed.
Harseti, or not Harseti, Elvira goes second.
It is. Harseti.
Mort Kairon,
setting up
lethal
the
combo. Hey,
tempo
Ladunky.
of this game. And
Oh
the
my
stuns.
god.
That's a high effectiveness.
Disgusting.
Oh man.
That's why some people just don't want to deal with this character.
Yeah, I mean, you never know what you're getting, right? It could be an injury Harseti, just absolutely
girl.
chipping off the damage of your HP character. Oh, Elvira here, defense break comes in. Oh, so much damage as well. What's going on?
That's
Yeah.
two-turn
Chang
defense
is in
break.
so much trouble.
Just a little chip damage going on that shoe as well. And now we have the Tori. EV high rolls here. Guess that Cascade is going to be really bad for Chang.
I
for
don't know if he needs
Valentine?
a high roll here. Considering
no
the Harseti
Cascade.
turn, I would say KHM already high roll. Defense
Oh,
break.
5 billion.
Doesn't matter. The D-break was enough. Here comes Mort. Two
Okay.
fears.
Okay.
Mort answering back
Sweet
with a
miracle.
Come through.
Seti's still very tanky. And there's nothing on this Kairon. 20k
Yeah, he's going
health.
to be very ineffective here. Oh, okay, just ripping it.
I think this is good. Cards talked about this a lot. A lot of times when you're behind, you do have to just play for your win condition.
Uh-huh.
And that, oh my god, this fear debuff is so fake. He's playing for the win condition, but Elvira immediately shakes the fear. We are looking for the provoke, doesn't land.
Hit and run. Exterminate. Good beguiles on.
No. No.
Tori once again not rolling
Oh.
the cascade.
Who cares? She killed.
That is so much damage with just the attack up.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, I'm not sure she needed that. Yeah, poor Kayron eating every debuff here. He's doing his bestest, and even then can't get anything going. And now just gets defense broken here as well. Oh lord.
Lofira with 1 HP.
You know, Mort's doing a great job being passive here and not countering and being such a pal for haste and stuff. Oh, well,
Tori finally procs her cascade.
she finally
This is gonna
procs
be scary.
Cascade.
Mort's the one man holding it down, and I really don't think he's long for this world. He's better
we
hope
saw
that
how
holy
much damage Thor
sacrifice is
does.
on it.
Now we have that soul burn, the extra damage.
Holy
Holy
sac.
mama.
Sacrifice.
Holy sac though.
He legitimately needs to kill.
But he's on proof of valor.
But for how long?
Okay.
Haste is gone.
If Mort would counter,
I don't care for
First
animals.
resist.
it's either Mort counters or Mort dies, gets out of the way, and Kayron's able to do stuff.
Counterattack.
There you go. There's the counter.
Might not matter much.
So you wanna die?
I think that could be relevant. Kind of getting out of the wire here, where technically maybe get back in S3 one turn off.
Good
That fixed
exterminate
damage, even without the focus.
Well, they're
Sorry, fighting spirit.
freaking. Uh-oh, no
Vision
cascade.
Does not land the cascade. Might be his chance to come back. You killed them.
Wait.
Yes, but Twisted Idol and Kayron is active.
Do you
He
go
does have the
into-
counterattack buff. He can finally do a little bit of counters.
Yeah.
So long as Heartsteady doesn't
Not
strip him.
sure,
So
though.
long as Heartsteady doesn't strip him.
Can he survive a Tori hit?
Only your
Is this-
foolish choices.
Oh no. Oh no. I've seen this turn before.
Okay, we just gotta dodge. Dodge some debuffs.
Oh,
my
no!
God. The
Kayron!
Goodness, show me some 07s in the chat.
Kayron,
Twisted Idol and
please!
Kayron gets sent home.
Unfazed.
Okay,
Okay.
Chen picks up that clean set off the back of the Harsetti and the Tori combination. Those stuns were just so deadly. Twisted Idol and Kayron could not carry that match.
Should you mod the crit chance pieces on Teiyu to flat attack?
Gets those changes.
It
Oh,
depends.
man, that was
It
close.
honestly
Fixed
depends.
damage. We got the tornado.
It depends, Voidy.
Pat could see the idea.
Teiyu wants
I was watching the draft on Shang's side.
Destro and
You'll hear
Pen.
Things like the Twisted Idol and Karen. But, you know, it was actually not too crazy. I feel like if the Harsetti didn't go insane with those stuns, I feel like that fixed damage, ripping that S3, there could have been some potential there for Cheng's draft.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm also not a big fan of picking Twisted Idol and Kayron into your own Mort. For those of you guys that are new here, Mort has a passive that disables counterattack off literally every other character. So when you have him on board, you really want to avoid using the counterattack.
You can send it in chat, but I'm gonna look at it when there's an intermission.
He had an idea behind it, but I cannot co-sign that Kayron pick.
And I'm not gonna pull it up on stream
Factor.
because
Way
this
too
is gonna
strong
be
to
a
also
video
count
on
your
YouTube.
own team as well.
all right.
Kind of like Briarwitch, as no one can survive.
I'll take a look on it on chat though.
Highlight is Shield pick.
Yeah,
From
we see a
game
lot
one.
of Bissell Fiends, but look, he's just so tanky. We had that perfect pinch against the Death Dealer Ray where he's just pressing S1s. It's almost so ineffective. And slowly gets grinded away by that hyper carry on that third pick, band protection slot, MLaria.
Man, I thought it was a lot closer with this many Elbrus pick proccing.
I don't really enjoy this. Somebody's in need of a thrashing.
Man, games like this really makes me hate Lone Wolf Payroll. I mean, look at this setup. And then after you pop their Yuffie, she's
This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine.
additional damage. Like, what is going on?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Abyssal, you fiend. Come on.
Funny, really.
We love Harsetti.
Okay, hold on
Unless your
a
name is
second
Chang,
here.
unless your
You're
name
my
is Chang.
brother car, but I don't know about this we here. Okay.
I thought by we, it was certainly Valky and Car6, not me, right?
I am not co-signing any amount of Harsetti behavior, my brother.
Yes, that's fine though.
Oh, we
That
got to
character's
see
a villain, and
one. Requiem did some damage. About Elvira.
Yeah, I like the idea, just ripping the raw S3, but I mean, there's got to be a better pick, right? Than both fighting into an Elvira, fighting into the no counters from Mort. But, well, at least we got to see a Twisted Idol and Charon.
Yeah, we got some Hard City lovers in chat too.
Hey, now do they like her looks or do they like the kit?
They highlighted Chain picking K-Ron on his band Protect Mort.
Sacrifice.
Man, and seeing this turn too, Twisted Idol and Charon had a chance after that more drop, but I mean, look at Harsetti and what she does here. This is not what you want to see. What a disgusting unit. Look at him. KHM couldn't even believe the turn of events.
Oh, my Tori hits that hard. Oh.
Alright, bracket.
And XW Square made it. Sindri
KHM versus Winoa, aka Square, Sindri Mitsumi.
Ranking not that far apart. 93, 91.
OBS doing funny stuff. It just froze the stream.
Relative records. 0 on the records, but they can start recording themselves with this tournament and stack up some history if they continue winning. Mutsumi, the solid speed. Sindri might be going for that similar style. You think? What's gonna happen? Bar?
I hope so, honestly. I like that. Yeah, what we saw from Mutsumi kind of coming over the top.
Yeah, it's
against,
alright, guys. I got it.
With the faster drafts, the faster picks. If Sindri doesn't back down, we could go for some exciting matches that I didn't think we would see this early for Europe at least.
Here that the game is getting loaded up as we speak. Mutsumi on the left, Sindri on the right. We'll see if that pre-ban actually comes through. And on the third slot, okay, it's time to get serious. DJB band with Harsetti. This night fan. Certainly watched the first match.
Daring today, aren't we?
Well, there she is, the Baruka, always coming out first.
These guys are picking picks quick,
They're not surprising
fast.
picks, but the fact that he had them locked and loaded, you know, not giving the opponent any time to think here.
You guys got the code though, right?
That was exactly what he's about. Just get those speed options in. Mutsumi goes for the boss Rinka first, yes, but when two of the best speed characters out the way, do you still race him? Do you maybe go for Flam, maybe set up a Zeo on 3? His options are kind of open, but I think in Mutsumi's spot, you do have to think about maybe this is the game I finally do that full swing on turn 2.
Being on the hover. Locked.
No surprise there. We always see it in response, especially against that Lone Wolf Para. And I kind of, you know, I wouldn't mind to see Mutsumi go for that turn 2. Get his EU card, right? Instead of going for those fast games, let's lock down that turn 2.
Infinite Horizon Arcadia locked in too. Just as a soft counter to that Luna, you don't want to give her the ability to just soul burn it in and lock in the passive for all of your characters. That's never a good play. And we see players defending against that Luna pick so well throughout the entire tournament. The only concern is, do you open yourself up maybe for like a green Celine or something like that? And no, Sindri goes for 3 openers.
Yeah.
I think we've seen something like this out of Asia server. Jeez, what is happening?
And Flan to come the full power on the back. To pair up with those openers to guarantee the damage in.
Hovering over the Solitaria, and I do like it much better in this lineup than we saw previously, because the damage isn't as high, especially when our only damage dealer is getting negated by that Solitaria. Now, I do say only damage dealer, but we've seen Lone Wolf Para and the likes of New Moon Luna, especially on something like Edeka's, they can still pump out the damage in the long run.
Yeah, and not to mention, when you are playing that Lone Wolf Para, you've got the Sea Phantom Politis. They are boosting each other's speeds by quite a bit, and Sea Phantom Politis will be able to dual attack with the Lone Wolf Para quite a bit, resulting in a lot of splash damage.
It's
Like this
Guard
character,
Captain Crow.
Yeah, not only is he just a great defense scaler, but we see him picked a lot against units like that Afternoon Soak Flan. We have 2 answers ready for her, so I really like this from Mutsumi.
I like that play too. You have your Infinite Horizon on 3, and her S2 skill 2 will let you combat readiness push a character by quite a bit, so Crow always has the option to just overtake the combat readiness bar in one shot. Bans already went out for Mutsumi, and Sindri decided, ooh, Boss Aruka and the Genua. We're just going to raw dog this Flan into the Solitaria, I'm a little bit surprised.
And Sindri will lose all that power potential with the Flan duel. Willing to
At
take
least he
it.
still has the Sea Phantom duels.
Interesting. And there's also Captain Crow, so plenty of damage on the left too.
Oh yeah.
Working on the imprints, the placements. Ready to go for the first match of semifinals. Round 1, Mutsumi on the left, Luna start for Sindri. Immunity's up.
Don't be sad about goodbye.
Soul
Oh,
burn.
wow, and we're gonna burn the Luna immediately.
Soul burning.
That's a bit different.
It is different because we have that Infinite Horizon Acades who's going to push up and able to press S3.
No need to be alarmed.
No? Okay. Just
Oh.
opting to push up the
What?
crowd instead. And he is on the artifact that gives him the soul. So now he's going to soul burn. It turns from AoE into single target and does a lot more damage.
Bigger.
We're gonna pump everything into the Flan here. One shot.
Bye, Flan.
Baby.
The odyssey of your life.
I like that play, Mutsumi.
Bring you here.
Now, from here on out, we were kind of talking about how the synergy between the Lone Repair, the Sea Phantom, there's going to be a lot of tempo, a lot of speed from Sindri, but his main damage dealer is now out of the equation. So if Mutsumi can kind of just hang on, he's going to be able to take advantage here.
And I really like what Mutsumi is doing. He's just holding every button, playing so patiently. He has all his cooldowns available to him. Sindri's being put under the pressure now, and he needs to get every single turn out ASAP. Hits into the Acades as well, but she still
This
lives.
damage is kind of
That
disgusting.
was so close. Now we have a
And look
turn.
at that, all of the patience rewarded.
Might be
This Infinite Horizon Acades, she's getting infinite value. Oh my goodness.
The matter reconstruction.
Dab on
That's a
Euphine.
lot of buffs.
And greater attack.
Dab on
Greater attack
Euphine.
on Euphine, too.
Immunity on Crow.
I mean, crit damage up. This Euphine is ready to
Oh,
blow
yes.
out your
This
eardrums.
Euphine is about to go psychonuclear.
Damage. Still standing. Take one more hit.
That cheeky Idol's cheer as well. It's
Also-
on combat readiness pushing this Euphine this entire time.
Luna, I miss you. I'll
Okay, show me the damage with a
Let's see it.
Soul Burn Greater Attack buff.
don't
Oh, wow.
She
Like
just-
13.5k
She
to that
just
new
said,
Luna.
Luna, I missed you.
Another counter.
And again!
Ah,
Oh my god.
that is GG.
Yeah.
One simple swipe from Acades to get that down.
Man,
Mutsumi one win.
Tsumi's just playing so well, and the quickness with his decisions is, I'm really, really impressed. Different kinds of drafts, but he just seems to make always the right call, and it just pays off.
And his decision in game is really spectacular as well. First turn, I know a lot of people would have just ripped the S3 on the Infinite Horizon, which would have resulted in Sea Phantom stripping every single one of those buffs away, but only cleanses one, gets a pick with that Guard Captain Crow, waits patiently for the second round of debuffs, and now that your opponent is under the pressure, does the full reversal, clean sweep. I
It
really
was a little
like watching him
close,
play.
though,
That was
man.
clean.
That occasion
Sure
almost
was.
died to the 3 openers. It was a little close for comfort, but yeah, man. I think Mutsumi just calculated all of it.
Oh, yeah.
Lone Wolf Paver actually carrying more damage, especially when you hit that Soul Burn Liberius. Does look pretty scary, but Mutsumi, I mean, dancing on a knife's edge. Very, very clean place.
And Mutsumi up one. Again. Still undefeated in the tournament yet. Now let's see if Sindri will be getting that first pick. Yeah, Mutsumi had the first pick in the first game. Round 2.
About that boss
Zio.
Ruka.
In the bed. Oh, Loot? ML Ludwig in the band with DDR.
Okay, Tori taking
First
it
pick,
away.
Tori.
Quick lock-in.
Yeah.
Right.
Curious to see what Sindri does now.
Veronica.
All right.
Veronica.
Well, that's very telling. What kind of this draft is going to look like from him.
Zio is banned out from this game, so if you wanted to go for a turn 1 strategy, I mean, getting a speed imprint, there's nothing more valuable than that. You're setting up your opener, and for the second pick,
No
I
Dilibet.
wonder if Sindri is
No-
going to go
no
for a
Zio.
DPS character or maybe an opener.
Oh, We saw him pick like 3 openers in game 1.
Para's still up. Oh my god.
I wonder if that plays into his overall strategy because now
Is he gonna pick
there's
Para?
not a lot of openers available, so if you do get that priority, maybe
Para,
just lock it away.
Bran,
Not sure.
No one can escape.
Debating.
Bibiker.
That Bloodblade Corinne, my god.
BBK on
BBK, we've seen it carry face pump. Yeah, all the way to main stage, so Sindri going to be using the BBK here. Lidika's still available. That's a little bit scary.
He's hovering. Speed imprint.
Can we have
Sumi
4
not backing
imprints?
down.
We already have Tori
He is
selected.
thinking about it. Yeah, the
You go
Tori
all
first
in?
pick makes it really awkward for you to go all in. So I don't know if you
think
would
that's what he's debating
rather
here.
play a turn 2 and just play it safe. That might not be that bad of a play in and of itself. Moon Bunny being hovered as well, getting locked in.
For the future of the Wind Shrine.
Okay.
Milina in protection.
Decides not to race.
We're finally getting that respectful turn 2 play from Mutsumi. He's been playing a good bit of a mix-up this match.
You can see there, though, he wanted to fight against it, right? He was almost about to race. Here we go, the Urban Shadow shoot, followed by that Fallen Cecilia.
Shoe and
So maybe,
FCC.
not full aggression there, opening with that speed imprint. Now that he sees Mutsumi kind of slowing down, he can also kind of slow down in kind as well.
I like the pivot with Fallen Cecilia because it really stops all the tempo a Tori can bring, but when you already committed to Veronica, a speed imprint, I don't know about pivoting there, but Sindri's definitely practiced this draft, so I really want to see him put it into action. Lidica being hover for Mutsumi. Very scary character here, could actually just blow up every single play Sindri is setting up.
Yeah, that's why I think this is a great pick regardless, because 1, if it goes through, it's extremely strong. 2,
stand against
Sindri
me?
probably has to respect Bandit unless something on 5 is even scarier.
Spirit Isoline looks like a pretty scary tool. Keep everyone revived. Wonder if she is available with that S3. And the final pick from Rebellion.
The classic answer to that Spirit Isoline.
Bellion is strong, but I wonder if that Fallen Cecilia can even make it through the draft. I think if the Fallen Cecilia make it through the draft, Sindri has a good chance to weather out the storm, so to speak, against all that damage and against the Lidica. But bans the Bellion,
Bellion
traded
ban.
out for the Spirit Eye.
Lidica, a big opener. Let's see if that pick draft, a switch for Sindri is going to work with Veronica first pick.
Yeah, I think this Lidica going through those is going to be very scary for Sindri.
The gates open.
My day.
Sumi Lidica certainly starting. Oh, shoe only 5% off. This must be a fast shoe.
There's no escape.
This is going to be
Diva?
scary for Sindri. Lands 7 out of 8.
Yeah.
There's no cleanse to his name, so anything he inflicts here will be stuck, and stuck for good. At least for the next 2 turns, which might just be the end of the match.
Yeah, that S2 falling to S3 is just so much initial tempo. I'm really surprised Sindri let this through given what kind of draft he had going.
But shoe all
Is
the
there
way
a
in the
game
back.
plan potentially still brewing, but we have no cleanse? Now our main tool, the Urban Shadow shoe, is all the way back.
A slap.
One skill move. Gone. But still binded.
Let me tell you your fortune. Oh no, disaster.
Bunny up, cascade on. Tori.
Yeah. This is gonna hurt.
Well,
Pretty
this
tough up. And
less than 8k HP Tori must be all in.
this Urban Shadow shoe is not long for this world. Defense break going
45,000.
45,000.
You could have killed 2 of the shoes right there.
Bam.
Oh man.
Okay, big strips though.
This end.
Just absolutely
Bounce backs up
annihilated
as
that
well.
shoe.
S3 now coming through. We're looking to one-shot this Lidica. Oh, doesn't get the kill. It's one tanky gal.
Huh.
Yeah, and now you have the Imperial Nil now perfectly timed here with the S3.
Yeah, even with the attack up, Had full HP though on that BBK.
Will not be forgotten.
Cleansing those pesky debuffs and Dominal buff for the squad.
Leads on FCC. Seems still solid for Mutsumi.
Yeah, Souls,
Leap.
we're gonna rip him.
Prepare
Oh,
for
that
battle.
was a
We
miss.
miss on the BBK. We've seen this before, gentlemen.
Yeah, this could be a start for Sindri. He needs a lot of RNG to go his way
Moon
because he's
Bunny.
down quite a bit.
Not really good with the lullaby.
So nervous.
Provoke does land on the lid cup, but there it is, the second cascade. Ooh, do you use it to proc the BBK's immortality, or do you just
You
fish
have
for the
to. Ooh.
FCC kill? We're going on the FCC, boys.
Can you?
Who's next?
Yes.
It does get the kill.
Mutsumi.
Ash. Only when I
Okay.
dabble this
Lilica
Now-
finally goes down, but man, she already did her job. Look at that.
Now this
BBK.
BBK still strong with the attack up and she still has a passive. Elena first. Skill
No
node.
way around it. We're fighting.
Veronica.
He's
just
trying to
engaged.
soften up
HP.
the.
I will not
a shot.
give in to despair.
Elena. One slash. Sword punishment.
Now
Not
you're
really
just
much.
Do we start procking this?
Eventually you have to.
Pretty
So
big question.
do you do it now or later?
I think that's what he's debating here. He's calculating. Nope, gonna opt for the Veronica. Okay. Leaving for last, we still have that Ilinov. We still have, you know, we did weather that S3.
Yeah, S3 is
Not the
still.
worst position. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, what's still on
Wow,
cooldown?
that Empyrean.
One other nice play about
Notice
this is
that
we
this
don't bring her
Moon Bunny-
low so that she doesn't get a lot of value right here, where maybe we can start getting some control.
Those souls.
Right, and this Moon Bunny is on a slower, tankier build, and I think due to that, Sindri's having a little bit of an issue setting it up since, ooh, that sleep
Very
is deadly.
nice.
One
Yeah, we
turn
missed on the
loss.
soul burn.
That's
now we
what
get it on the
Mutsumi was
raw,
waiting for.
And that is, yeah, that's a bad sign for Sindri.
So nervous.
30.
How adorable.
Mortar on. The passive.
He has souls,
I think he burns this.
Another sleep.
Burns to sleep, outspeeds.
and she did
Oh,
lap
he
2. That's
missed
so
the turn.
bad for Sindri.
He lost. Oh,
Missed, but it doesn't
the
matter.
BBK gets taken out.
what's up?
We'll get the sleep at the
Oh,
perfect
07.
timing. Mutsumi. Good waits
Jeez.
to get those immortality out.
Just
and
cruising along,
zero
Mutsumi is.
Again.
4-0.
Gets a
This
very
guy's looking
strong
invincible.
opponent. Was a close call though. BBK never hitting that unit means that she will always do less damage with full HP. A lot less damage, in fact. Look, Tori just took one out each. Never touched her until she really had to.
Yeah, every time Tori took a turn, it was just a dead unit. And then at the very end, right? Leave that BBK for last. We finally got that timely sleep. So honestly, I think even if the sleeps didn't land when they did, I think with the fact that Tori with her passive, I think, and you know, the Linov being still decently healthy, I think Mutsumi was just looking so good.
Oh yeah, it was still 3-1.
07 indeed.
This crown
Yeah,
decline.
playing back this match as well, we just see the clean plays going across the entire series. I mean, first you force all of the debuffs, put on the pressure. Then after that, I mean, look at the Yuffie. She's even got defense
That
buff as well.
Yuffie
She's
getting
even
defense
with
buff
the
and
damage of
counter.
greater attack.
dab is just
She
what
hits
the
like a
heck.
tank truck.
You got all the buffs you want from a Katie.
Freight train, I would say. And this is where I was just curious, like Sindri opted to ban the Spirit Eye Celine, which obviously is a very strong unit, but look how much value that Fire Lidica got by just taking the first turn. All of that early tempo that Sindri kind of wanted to get out of his team was just nullified.
Who's next?
Then Tori ban would have been a lot better? Is that what you're trying to say, Car? Or Lidica ban?
The Lidica ban, I think, would have, you know,
Okay.
obviously, one. I always say hindsight is 20/20, but yeah, the Lidica just did so much there.
And I really want to highlight Mutsumi. The plays are so clean. Every single soul burn he invested in, even through that miss, like you said, Carr, it just affected the board state in a way that moved him, inched him ever so close to that win. And I mean, every single turn was just so controlled. He knew exactly what he was signing up for. And I think out of all participants for E7WC, he's been the cleanest. I can tell exactly what his goal is with every single turn he makes.
High praise.
Oh yes, very high praise from Vaki. Even the match against Tetsu did the calculation and just tapped out in game 2. Said, okay, you win. You have the full game.
Tori's damage is
did
nuts.
not win, and even if
Here I am trying to make my Tori like even slightly better.
Probably like 99% of defeating me. So just tapped out. Another 2-0 for Mutsumi. Going up in the finals. We'll be having the first lock-in. Now let's move to the other side though. XW Square will be the player.
Damn.
Profile picture, man. And very nice hairstyle too.
Profile picture for the profile card guy. When Noah.
It's just looking too clean. What are you doing here, man? Go model for a clothing company. What's happening here?
Maybe the next E7WC will get clothing sponsor from having.
Yeah, we need more E7 players, all right? No models.
Yes. XW Square is the player though. Most fan protection Solitaria. So maybe letting those flans or a few other stuff on the other side let through. DJB FCC Payra picker.
We talked about why Europe loves getting that Desert Jewel Bazaar, but honestly, I think after watching a few of these matches, it hasn't been the most successful kind
After
of
match, can I show my arm into the
strategy,
fire
I would
one?
say, but,
Yes, I
those are
can.
bad picks,
Hey,
especially
Shakuzan.
got recently.
And his opponent, KHM, got to see us play a few games only. 2 games, and it was a 2-0 against Chang in the quarterfinals. So let's see if this sticks up. One of the big names from Europe, KHM, still alive in this tournament, but a very strong opponent indeed. And KHM had a Harsetti
win
game.
here. The Harsetti game was clean, but I think KHM needs to win this set because in previous years, KHM is kind of known to get target ban out by other players from the Europe region, and being the inventor of so many tank down drafts, I think he just has a big target on his back, and other
The father of
I would
turn
say
2.
a lot of other European tank down players play a spin-off of his style, so don't get targeted down, stay flexible, have variations.
Number 3 versus number 5, 46.
KHM last year, top 4 in qualifier, ranked very high during the season.
But these guys that I see that make it into that are in the qualifiers that I actually fought once or had a couple games against and I beat them like
Not low at all, very high.
that one of those losses that was me.
69.
Jeez Louise.
69 seems to be the number for many players for the E7WC prelims that we had.
Yep. And let's see if KHM can clutch this out. That'll be his new record. Not just top 4, maybe top 2, maybe making it through to the main stage.
Here we go. Second semifinals. XW Square on the left, KHM on the right. Waiting for the read.
All right. Yeah, guys, I'm with you. I'm looking at the top left. What is
Me
going
too.
on? Why are you playing E7 at this point?
He's got some lighting
He's
too.
just mewing at the camera, bro. He's just mewing at the camera. He's not even thinking about his pre-bans at this point.
Why
It's
did
a
the hair?
cosplay convention or something.
We're not double banned. Arunka, Tenebria. We got Harsetti, Luna. So many open. Zio.
I think last set was both players going, I'm going first. No, I'm going first. No, I'm going first. This match, kind of getting everything flipped, and it's like, oh, sir, please, you go first. No, I insist, you go first. And even with a character like Payra, yes, she's been played fast, but a lot of times she does end up in a lot of these slower matches in KHM, kind of defaulting back to that Fallen Cecilia plus Arya competition.
Yeah, this time though it's not on the ban protect, so he's gonna have to have a little bit of a different strategy. Can't rely solely on her being his carry.
You're right. Arya not in that ban protection compared to the ones, the first game that he had against Chang earlier today. Linav. Politis extra opener. Resource cutter.
Politis isn't an opener you see super common in other regions, mainly just because she is such a character where she's used as a tool where faster player bullies slower players, but hovering Harsetti, the script might get flipped here. Uh-oh.
The E7 last year mascot. Harsetti.
He's thinking about it.
Oh, you've been doing work so much. Crazy how people kept saying she was bad.
But man, is she pretty.
I will admit I was one of those players that said she was bad.
She can't hurt me. Harsetti isn't real. She can't hurt me.
But it was more so. It was more so.
Harsetti pick, she's also
I didn't know where I wanted to put her, if that makes sense.
Combo when you can't get the first turn setup, you can't set up the S1 and let your flan wreak havoc on the enemy. That is going to hurt.
Yeah, and we see that new kid Aiden response into that Harsetti. Gonna, you know, she has a lot of AoE, so we can kind of get some value through that.
Got new kid added.
Squares.
What else? Final pick.
Yeah, he needs to think of a good pick here, and I'm pretty sure every bone in his body is telling him he needs to ban the Fallen Cecilia to have an easy time this match, but against a good player like KHM, you can't disrespect the fact that he has last pick. You have to draft for top 4 here, and just tell yourself, I'm going to ban his last, and stick with that game plan.
All I have is the path in front of me.
Meteor Kaweri.
He saw a lot of those stunts come out from KHM earlier, and he goes, I don't want to deal with that right now. Grabs one of the best cleansers in the game.
A self-cleansing hero too. If you talk about cleanse, there are lots of options.
You'll make an
That's it,
excellent
Ray.
specimen.
Ooh, that dealer Ray gets locked in, and I think KHM just has a more complete draft here. You see tanks, you see supports, debuffers, and damage dealers of all sorts. Whereas for Square, I would say the main thing going for him is that new kid Auden, and if she gets banned, you do end up in another one of those scenarios where you need the Lone Wolf Peyra to clutch out your damage source and maybe close out this game, but against Fallen Cecilia, that is not a likely solution. It's looking a bit rough for Square.
Auden.
Yeah.
Banned out that dealer Ray out of the equation, and Flan will go through along with some tanky units for KHM. Here we go. Semi-match 2, round 1. Harsetti starts.
Ooh, no protection set on this Empyrean Illinav, so likely a just straight up bruiser. Not looking the worst, but that also means for Square's side, he does not have a full tank protecting his units.
Okay, let's see. Oh, jeez.
Almost a kill.
Whoa.
Oh man, hand guy.
Hand guy survived by a fraction.
Hand guy about to be dead guy here soon. See Phantom dancing around.
Not give in to despair.
Killing off 28k health. Rise of a Monarch. Probably built for damage.
At least the turn sequencing is good. A little bit of injury, so you have to start working down that Harsetti. No, goes on the flank. We know what target is the highest priority here. Arya does go next. Uh-oh.
Purge.
Uh-oh,
Oh,
indeed.
he's gonna take him out.
First the hand guy. Oh,
See
no,
you
hand
next
guy.
hand guy.
Hand guy.
I won't back down.
No hand to help.
No helping hand for the dead guy.
No helping hand at all. No soft touches. Oh, here's a touch from
All right.
FCC's Fallen Cecilia. Stealing away a little.
Yeah. In this 4v3 scenario where you're down your cleanser, you're down, you know, your damage dealer got banned out. This Lone Wolf Pair is gonna have to pick up so much slack.
At least there's a soul burn to his name. No, not going to burn here. Arya, you have to pay your taxes every time you want to burn. That's 2 souls instead now. Flan finally putting up the S1. He holds up versus the damage, but can you really hold that lead? Is it realistic?
No.
Highly doubt it.
Because of the skill, no. Will take some time.
Future of the wind trap.
So much
Even though we're on
protection.
Barry's Tooth, even though we're getting this Rampage stacks, we're just barely breaking the barriers right now.
Right.
Yeah, this Arya ramping up the flange. Such a high damage. And here we go.
Another hit.
Ow, the stun.
No defense break, but look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Ouch.
Chipping away the HP on the left. Here comes the
And you
Silver.
got a base back
Finally.
here that's gotta not. I feel so bad to do 2,000 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Fallen Cecilia really holding it down. I think KHM just drafting so well today. Oh, even the extra attack going on the Politis. Holy, what
Nice
is
damage.
that damage?
Hands off the device for a square. A win for KHM in the first round. Solid drafting and execution in game. KHM looks unhindered, not even bothered from the first game at all. But on the other side, Square must be thinking about game 2 already. And guys, Imprint Ilinov keeps on losing.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about how she's not like a true knight, especially when she's on Rise of the Monarch. You don't have that direct mitigation. It's just that anti-pen. You know, you do have a lot of barriers. However, in this matchup, I just feel like XW Squared, the draft wasn't quite there. It was more reactive. We had that only the new kid Aiden was solo, and then you just see KHM pick it apart.
And I think KHM just found this spot where he has really consistent combos. You have the FCC, the Aria. That makes for a really tight core. That's a strong two-man combo, or a two-woman combo, if you will. And then after that, you have Harsetti Red Flan. It's just so much to handle. And KHM picks these clever units and pairs that I don't think Square was equipped to handle that.
What's up,
one.
Sean?
I think if he wants to flip this set, he's got to do a little bit, dig a little deeper, and ban out some of KHM's core units and combos.
Yeah, most certainly.
If you can. Lunatic draft continues. Elia Luas versus Celine. And New Moon Luna. Stand out.
XW was a little surprised maybe at the pre-bans that KHM brought out. Saw a look of confusion.
I think he's expecting to be the slower player in this case, since KHM has been exploring his options in more aggro, higher speed drafts. So maybe not expecting the Hellion Lua pre-ban.
Wish to live.
Ooh, Conqueror Lilies have picked up. I mean, that's a safe opener for this spot, especially considering what has already been removed.
Scrolling through possibly mages. Some light units.
Yeah. Abyssal,
Still
one of the
lots of-
highest hit rate units.
Oh yes. A lot of knights are available. Ooh, ambitious this early.
I vow to be your
There we go. Finally picked
Yes,
the knight.
defending champion Hazamare lost. Hazamare lost. Runner-up from last year, Gomamui, or
And I think there's a common thread.
also known as KJ,
Everybody should
Korean
focus
Jesus,
about
Korean
these strong
Joker.
players that
He
have these
won
dominant
for
series.
Korea for
The
one of the
moment you
two.
identify a flood
Nero
character
won
who
for
can
Japan,
stand out in this
Kirkerbat
politics system,
and
in
Light
this case,
for
Imperial
Global,
Villeneuve, whose passive
and
holds back
Xiao
all defense
and
penetration.
Base Bump
You should go
for
pedal to the metal with defense penetration
the
characters like that Dragon Bride. And considering Fallen Cecilia is out as well, like she
Asia
confidently is once
bracket.
you get to this game 2 spot, Tori becomes so good, and they make for another deadly combo that Square has to solve.
Square, what do you have in mind?
I feel like we have paid
Czar.
actors today.
In the name of the
Yeah.
goddess.
Going classic,
Okay.
stealing away a Ross, hiding
Yeah,
the
I mean,
damage
KHM
source.
did have a knight already, but could have gone for a second one. That definitely wouldn't be out of his ballpark. The Yangan Bride, that anti-pen, that anti-crit, the healing.
Square's draft looks like 2023.
Yeah, I mean, certainly,
They all
if
got
you
buffed,
think
though.
about a classic tank down draft, you have 2 supports, a tank, you let your opponent flesh out their entire core, and you lock them in with 2 DPS characters at the very back. And I think that is a really good way to team build. And there he is. That's the man we've been talking about in Europe. DJ Basar comes out once again, anticipating the Ross being on the protection set. And if the Ross isn't on protection set, guess what? DNS2, that provides a barrier for the entire team. That's fun for the whole family. DJ Basar is going to have a field day here.
Oh yeah, and even if it goes late game, you see how that proc, maybe from the Roz, you can do some cheeky inversion to pop a kill. Fairy Tail Tenebri coming out on 4 from KHM, showing a lot of versatility here. Taking away a cleanser, and then he has a must-answer threat in form of that crowd control.
Can you also land on Tien though? Tien might just have
I
some.
think in the head-to-head, you most certainly land on Diana.
Okay,
She's not really known for super high ER, so I don't think she'll be too much unless we get some RNG going.
Yeah, Diane's a character where normally you build about 110 to 180 effect resistance.
The thing is, guys, is it's Europe server, so there's like what 10, 20 guilds actually active on EU server.
Should be is the keyword.
Tien usually has a lot more
Square
speed.
needs-
So damage, where is it? Holiday, you fiend?
Oh yeah.
Some
This is where he's
burn?
gonna.
Oh, bystander.
Yeah, but Square once again trapping himself with not a lot
Deity
of
and his clones.
Holiday Fiend could
God
break
bless
his opponent to
Deity.
death, but between the Desert Jewel Bazaar, the Senya, and then you have that Tori too. I don't know about this one.
How much attack do you
I
have?
mean, look at the camera. Square's laughing to himself, probably like a, he got me so
Yeah.
good. It's a laugh of
That's
frustration for
honestly-
sure.
It's easy for us guys to commentate on the drafts, but when you're fighting something like KHM, the pressure is on. Maybe some of the units are being taken. You don't know what to pick
Summer
here. But
Hwayong!
Whoa, okay, KHM.
Wan violence.
Wan once again kind of eliminate the highest damage and just weather that storm.
Hwayong versus Hwayong. Can we have
Square
it?
might just be stuck in a position without a lot of
Benoit,
damage.
where's his
We'll have to
damage?
see it.
Neither of them having picking the post ban yet. Lots of options. KHM
You can
made
just
his
get that bystander
decision.
paw out, and we're sitting pretty.
Square still yet to choose the post ban. Selected Tori and the bystander Hwayong on the left. Banned out. Oh, Tori banned.
Honestly, not a bad way to go about it, but I think I preferred seeing the Dragon Bright Senya go with anything. That way, at the very least, your Holiday Euphine can have some damage potential. You know, keyword here being potential versus these other characters being a burn and flat attack character, but
I mean,
looking like a rough match.
the burn damage against the summer character. I don't know about that. Got 2 ice units on the right, KHM. Let's see if he can tank this. See Lilia start from square.
The times have come.
Sometimes even I'm amazed by my own talent.
Oh,
Wow,
you think
Conquer
you hot.
Lilius goes, opting not to S3.
You sure you can take this?
Oh, baby.
Oh no, the DN's getting kicked early.
Holy!
Guns out.
That is
Oh, the entire first turn play was to not S3 on the Conqueror Lilius, not risk a Soul Constellation activation, but everything's falling apart. KHM, full tempo, every button
tea
go.
time.
Oh,
A miss?
Let's wrap it up. I'm hungry.
Miss?
Yeah, very high evasion on that Holiday Fiend. Partially why XW Square brought it, but he's just so far behind now. Even if you do cleanse, we're not in a great position. Oh my god!
Conqueror Lilius.
Who let that Hwayong go?
Hate to see it.
It's Holiday Euphine.
Got a little
Barbecue
cooking
time.
going, but
Let's
look
do
at
this.
that. Yeah, it's not gonna be enough.
Not close. And did the barrier not proc because it's slightly more than half HP?
I always keep
Oh, that's a
my word.
GG. Regardless.
At least the games are going quick. At least the games are going quick, guys. At least the games are going quick.
Along with Matsumi.
Matsumi versus KHM, it looks
Oh,
like,
we
for the
could kinda
final.
see from-
Disrespect, G-Clef,
Uh-huh.
but that looked free for KHM.
Yeah, I think Square kind of caught himself trying to steal away that A-Ross after seeing Tori. I think
Yeah,
that was
maybe
the
got
problem.
too cheeky.
Hey, wait a second. I'm a member of V Guild.
Right,
Hey,
mess around too much, you're gonna find out.
I just draft
And
badly.
Nervous giggle coming from him too. All that Mew maxing ended up not coming through in the draft, and
Yeah.
oh, it it was so unfortunate too because it looked like the DM was about to go. So he passes on the Conqueror Lilius, not risking the Desert Jewel activation, but it turned out it was speed RNG. Desert Jewel goes, activates the Argent Waves Hwayoung, and everything fell apart so fast. Otherwise, I think it would have gone a little bit longer, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on Tay. I'm on Tay.
Hits
What a showcase
pretty
for him, man.
hard. Yes, we have seen the end just takes a hit, gone.
I got the support homies giving me help and pointers. I actually got back to
Game one.
Emperor yesterday.
Helping hand.
I'm actually sitting pretty in 650 right now.
And the Aria game.
In fact, after this, for a little bit, I'll play a little bit of RTA on stream for you guys.
Taking a couple of turns, but this Flan is continuing with the
And I want to
stuff.
highlight using these two matches that I think Square definitely, like you said, Carr, a little bit of inexperience going to KHM because that's something you'll see often tank down players do when they're inexperienced. They'll try to draft a little too safe and end up having all of their damage options eliminated. And I think that was the case for both games. Goes for a little bit of a safer pick here. Once Bystander Hwayoung's banned out, completely out of damage options, and all you could do is watch your opponent slowly chip you down, and in this case, I mean, the chip damage was explosive.
Yeah, that's not chipping at all. But I think you said, like, you know, if things went a little better for XW, maybe the match would have went longer, but in the long run, I think it still favors KHM 9 times out of 10.
And I think I'm really enjoying this aggro art KHM. He's been playing a lot of aggro lately, and you can definitely see he has zero signs in him, zero fear, and never going to look like he was going to be too safe and not have enough damage in these drafts.
And we have the final matchup. It's going to be Mutsumi versus KHM. Two very solid players from the other side of the bracket. It looks very solid, and Locky mentioned Mutsumi seemed very calculated in every single move, every turn, the draft, and the execution in game. KHM also had a very similar style. He knew exactly what he was doing, who he was dealing with when they clash against each other. I think we're looking into some really insane type of drafting. I think we're going to have a really good final for Europe. Mutsumi versus KHM.
Clearly the best two drafters here, yeah.
I would even put it that I think out of all players we've saw,
Worth mentioning, guys,
Japan regionals, these two are the cleanest players. KHM
the Japan was almost 2.5 hours.
Really excited to see
We're not
what
even
this
at 2
matchup
hours
is
yet.
going to bring us.
That's where we're at right now.
Aram is still globally banned. We have that question every single time we have Heart City on the field. But Aram, until the end of today, will be banned throughout the qualifiers. So, and that's also in the rule book. So everyone knows, everyone's got the rule book, so everyone knows what's going on. That's why we don't have Aram in game. So when we have Aram for the main matches, it might be a little different.
Awesome. So they're running right into it. They're running straight into it. No commercial, no nothing.
Or Europe server. Mutsumi.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm awake right now as it stands.
Was
But
KHM also
in 2.5 hours, I will have been up for 24 hours, so that is fun. With a short 1 hour nap in between.
And I really like this matchup we're getting.
Yes,
We've been
well, one of them
seeing
will
these
lose their
sleeper
first
cells.
game today.
But yeah, I'm
My
okay.
God, Mutsumi
I
versus
appreciate the
KHM.
concern,
Malcolm,
guys.
What do we think?
I mean, I think we've been seeing this matchup go through where you got the sleeper cell agent from Asia server coming in with the speed style, with the standard mix-up. But KHM, the French king of tank down, is he going to be able to hold it down? I'm really excited to see because his drafts have been so clean tonight. Not playing afraid at all, but his units are so tanky and they do so much damage at the same time. You really got to be wondering how he gears them.
Yeah, if you needed someone to hold it down for EU, KHM is your guy. I can't believe it. He did actually get higher than last year. Now in the top 2, maybe main stage material right now if he can clutch it out. But Mutsumi looking so scary, so calculated. This is going to be a tough one for him.
It's going to be KHM after all those years may make it into the main matches as the represent of Europe. Up against a very strong opponent, Mutsumi seems super calculated all the way. First, second pick will matter a lot. Here's the matchup, no relative record, but I think we just have to go in. We've seen these gentlemen play. Quite a different style. And I'm sure Mutsumi was watching the last games like, what should I ban against KHM? Harsetti?
I think that's a
Even an
really
Aria?
good point, though.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we've talked about how maybe the top bracket has a little bit of advantage, getting more time to think and plan it out, where KHM is just finishing his round. But let's see if that makes a difference, especially with how close we see when both players are very skilled. It's just those minute differences that can kind of tip the scale.
All right. Pre-bans are in. Harsetti, Arunka, Tenebria, Rinak
Need someone to
gone.
play with.
And we have the first pick from KHM, Pera.
I like it. Don't give KHM any more Harsettis, please.
Don't think that's a good idea at all to any player, to be honest. So
Really threading the needle, too. Mutsumi as second pick, leaving up the Renak for KHM to ban. And, oh, man, KHM could have gotten away with a free Renak game, but instead opts to go play the Lone Wolf Payra, always consistent.
At best.
Mutsumi. I'm loving that Luna.
Abyssal? I'd be very surprised if it's Abyssal.
I don't even know anymore.
Oh.
Are you surprised, Car?
I'm very surprised, boys.
You fiend,
I
left
wonder if
up
we're
and
going to
pick.
get a rebuttal Dark Knight.
Going through the motions, right? You
guys.
got to take the high prio, the meta units at the moment. Can't blame these guys. There's a lot of fame, a lot of money on the line.
Yeah, if
We
you
can't all
make
be
it,
picking Twisted Idol and K-Rons here.
yeah, if you win 2
Oh
rounds,
no, why
can
you
get
gotta be kidding my guy Chang like
Twisted
that?
K-Ron.
Chang out here catching strays for drafting Kairon,
Ilinov.
Elianov, and
Better spent
Hart.
Aria.
G-Clip, I don't think he heard. I don't
Aria.
think he heard you talk about her her very low win rate. We might need to catch up KHM.
Maybe KHM's trying to raise that up a little bit. He's got He's gonna feel confident all the way in the finals.
I
We'll see.
like this Ilinaf pivot from KHM. Normally he picks Fallen Cecilia in that slot, but in this case,
You're
if
right.
you pick away the Ilinaf, deny it from the opponent, your disciplinary prefect Ari actually gets to do the full damage once you ramp up her defense penetration. So that actually shows KHM's been slowly progressing. He started out the game as a turtle. He was the turtle. And now he's slowly evolving into a slightly
Shall we
different
go
creature. I'm
to
not
the
sure what's
race
after that.
and death?
A war turtle.
That's kind of scary, man.
Well, this-
Man, I would not like. to
There's
go
a
for
CC,
it.
and there is Shu.
Shoot.
Look at this, though, guys. The classic EU tank down. Both sides getting some Premier Knights. Ari on the lock for KHM, so he's going to sit comfy. However, might want to grab another protection unit for him.
And turn for KHM to pick up the last 2.
Yeah, the problem is that Urban Shadow Shoe is there, so can't pick too many more tanky units unless we have a way to kind of dance around that. Sea Phantom going to be a nice answer
Talking
into that
dance.
shoe.
Good timing to talk about Nakwal, who's been missing this entire tournament.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Oh! All right, KHM.
Nakwal
like
has
it.
only been picked 6 times. This is a 7th lock in this entire tournament. Trying
Ooh, and
to seal
KHM
it.
does take a good defensive
Oh,
pivot
yeah,
here,
yeah.
but Spirit Eye Celine locked in for Mutsumi. 2 openers for KHM that's going
that's
to
a
be able
green
to
Celine.
activate this.
The Green Celine.
Green,
yeah.
I'm so sorry. We've been seeing so many Spirit Eye
No,
and
right.
just glided
I was
out.
also
No, that is
confused.
the mean beam machine herself.
She
You
might
have been
just be
seeing
banned.
way
Have
more
two
Spirit Eye
openers.
Celine. Could not blame you.
I'm assuming
I know.
Rid-
Time zone.
Mm,
is
does
kind
he
of
go
brutal
after
for you, too.
Knuckle?
Whoa, wait.
Politis
Let's not talk about-
Celine.
Hey, we're not tired at all.
Celine, a
And at the end
Politis
of the day,
fan.
we
How
are still
fast is
RTA
this?
players, and RTA players can keep
How
going
fast is
all
this
the way
Knuckle, and
back
how
to
fast
back
is
end now,
this Payra?
Politis gone.
KHM really wants to use all of his buttons and put Mutsumi on lockdown. I
Oh
think
boy. Let's see what we got.
Do all night. We can go all night. Here's the final of Europe Game 1. Lone Wolf Payra. KHM
Let's go, baby.
starting. Nakwal on the back. Shu on the back for Mutsumi.
I'm ready.
Them engines ready. 11.
Down the Indulge.
Bunch of Sunday drivers.
Rampage up. First Elbrus. Good start for
Oh,
Mutsumi.
immediately.
She's awake. Unlike me and Valk, apparently.
And me.
But,
Elbrus
you know,
plus
not
30.
going to be awake for long. Knockwall drops the S3 here.
You find
Does not land a whole lot of debuffs.
Yeah.
Responding to someone.
a few
DMs.
turning
Okay.
cooldown increase.
Another, but the bind is activated.
Yes, spine is there.
You have weakness all over.
Luna. S2.
Always open to new opportunities.
Sitting pretty, not going to use the S3 just yet. Slowly ramps the Urban Shadow Shoe, sealed for one turn due to thanks to her sweet miracle. Not going to be going into stealth. Now Arya finally gets the turn. We slam the S3. How is that damage?
Purge.
Not bad.
10k.
Punch her straight in the mouth.
It's about 40% off the shoe.
Steadfast resolve.
Ill enough.
We can secure our victory.
Yielding blow.
This is only a temporary.
More damage stacked
Yeah,
in.
damage adding up.
The soul burn.
She hit.
Wow, he saves the soul burn for the ML Arya there, just denying her more damage, making her attack into the tank since that is KHM's only carry.
We don't talk about that too often because it hasn't come up, but her having that soul burn effect on her S1 provoke is just so powerful, especially against units like Arya, where typically it'd be very difficult.
Defense break. That might matter.
Enforcing discipline.
Lance of
Somebody
Silence,
in
not
need
the
of a
knockback.
thrashing.
Counter from.
And this bind is paying off though.
Mm-hmm.
The
Oh,
Knockwall, a great pickup
Yeah.
for KHM.
No counter bind.
Bind blocked, I think, the 2 Elbrus proc from the Fiend.
Yeah, we probably see this Fiend almost ready to go, if not already ready with that trauma, but right now, still very, very under control for KHM.
A bunch of Sunday drivers.
Force into KHM, and you know, I would say this is the most even we've ever seen somebody go toe-to-toe with KHM. We saw Mutsumi play a lot of speed drafts, but
Right.
even in tank down, he's holding it against KHM. I'm
Sober?
very impressed.
You suffered so much.
Does not break the shield on the shoe. That is important.
Yeah, that's assuredly what he was going for here.
What do you know about me?
Attacks into Luna, the defense broken.
Do I scare you?
Another S2, swinging him.
On Knockwall.
A blast this is.
She's already back.
She does have S2. Yeah, she's cycling like crazy.
That is Knockwall. You
There's
let
that
her
seal.
go.
What, you think this is a joke?
No shoes closed. 4
But
out of
might
5.
not be long for this world.
I have no more business with that. Oh, really? A bunch of
Knockwall's hanging on to dear life by a single thread here. S1 comes through. Here's the extra attack. Looks like we're going down on the FCC first.
Are you prepared for this?
Certainly was way away. Still 10k left on Fallen Cecilia.
Yeah, I
Finally
feel
gets
like
her ultimate here. I wonder if he's going. No. Opts for the S3. We're looking to bounce back one turn of the bind. Let's see if any of it sticks.
You don't deserve my mercy.
Exit
Knockwall.
on 2. I don't think it's super consequential,
Downs.
but the crit there will send home the Knockwall.
yeah, the first casualty of the match. A little bit of a slower one.
Can you keep
To get
up
the
with
skill
me?
note out of the way.
Stand straight.
Another soul burn.
Goes for another soul burn.
Time to
Okay, that
Resisted
defense
by the
break.
shoe.
Maybe priming the kill. The Arya has her S3 back.
The Arya is getting close, but I want to redirect your guys' attention to this Urban Shadow shoe. Full stacks coming in.
Right.
Is she gonna survive
Fully
this?
reset. This is gonna hurt. The Arya is not that healthy. Uh-oh.
Urban Shadow Shoe.
We're assembling the squad. The beam comes in.
The beam comes.
Takes.
Ooh. Wow.
Now that's an operation. Well done from Shu. Mutsumi tanked up so hard and got the win. The only win.
That shoe value after she weathered the storm in FCC.
Yeah. It just looked like
Oh,
Knockwall was getting
1-0
its value
Mutsumi.
early, but not a lot of damage damage coming through just because that solo Arya, you're fighting into a lot of tanks. That Fallen Cecilia just soaking up so much of the damage. The Provoke's coming out to kind of also slow it down until we're able to free up that Urban Shadow Shoe and finish the job. Not only that, the Abyssal Fiend was also ready to go as well.
And I want to really highlight the fact that both players looked stressed out after that match the entire day. You said it earlier, the best car. These guys look max relaxed after every single set, not breaking a single sweat. And now, not only KHM looking like a little nervous there, but Mutsumi as well, breathing heavily, just juicing his brain, thinking about, okay, next match, what is KHM going to play? How am I going to target ban him? Slow and methodical, slowly but surely, but he is doing it, and it looks impressive.
Oh man, that Urban Shadow Shoe with the exclusive equipment, she's never the same anymore.
Ain't that the truth?
Boy, now that's stealth on the back can be hard to catch. Now Mutsumi up 1, match point, a qualifying point for the main matches. KHM, can he find a way back into this best of 3?
I really hope so. I want to see this game go the distance, the set go the distance, I should say.
Same.
I mean, I would like to see KHM kind of make it through, but Mutsumi has just been playing so strong that, you know what? I like both of these players a lot. I just want to see more matches, period.
Ooh, Zio and Designer Lilibet banned out by Mutsumi, and he also has first pick here. I mean, okay, Tori comes out.
Yeah,
Oh,
game
first pick
2,
for
we've seen this unit be
Mutsumi.
a monster.
KHM willing to let that go to his opponent.
KHM gave him first pick, huh?
Sometimes I think for a tank down player, it is okay to opt for a second pick, especially if, you know, think about what Mutsumi did last game. Last pick, Green Celine, forces the ban. It was a very powerful move for him. So I think KHM's going for something similar here, going for to keep the top 4 character he has in the draft, and then forcing the ban with that last unit.
Yeah, able to be reactive there is a pretty powerful effect when you're both kind of drafting in that way. Now we see that I think he opted for this previously. Instead of the Tori, now we have that Spirit Eye Celine, but he likes that Dragon Bride Senya, especially when that Ilinov, right, we mentioned is not available.
KHM did pick up Tori with Senya in the previous match against Square, but that's taken away from Mutsumi. Now there's a Ross, couple other defenders available. Mid, not in the protection. Second pick.
He's thinking about it. Ooh,
Okay,
that is spicy.
You dare stop
Oh,
me?
Peyra got speeders on.
Well,
Some ice units.
fellas, we know what's happening. It's a Peyra on 3. We know what's happening. Designer Lilibet is banned. Zio is banned. Mutsumi knew exactly what he was doing coming into this set, and he knew how to set it up as well. That is a sneaky move, and I like it.
And it's against KHM, so there's some high chances that you will get the opener. Albedo?
That's a classic KHM pick.
Okay.
Young Senya as
Okay,
well.
indeed. Young Senya coming up, following up that Albedo.
You want to counterplay all of these AoE that's going to be coming through from the Silverblade Araminta. Well, Blue Peyra for one, absolutely, but what's the follow-up here? I think that is going to be a very good question. Or do you just, you know, maybe force ban the Young Senya?
Looking rough. What else do we pair up with?
I think he has to think about what the bandit he wants to pick here. Since KHM is going to have the last pick. Death Dealer Ray comes out for the side of Mutsumi, which is interesting. I feel like with the mid Tori, it's a little awkward. However, you know, Mutsumi's just been making the right calls all day, so I'm not going to question.
Yeah, and I'd like to see one more damage dealer here. Archdemon Shadow's not the worst. At least there's a lot of synergy going on with that Death Dealer Raid. The Seal's going to be wreaking a lot of havoc, locked in. Okay, what a pivot. That's a lot of debuffs. We know Mutsumi likes to lean into the control, the debuff side of the game, but...
Peyra,
what's going on?
DDR,
Like, there's so many things going on here.
Himeru, Tori. I guess you could
This is
pick
going to be a
Wyatt
pretty
to
solid
kind of...
KHM as well. I mean, you have two characters that can just cleanse through so many hard crowd control.
Schnell.
You almost forgot about him, but is this the right move? Okay, no answers from the both commentators, which means maybe not.
I honestly, I have no idea, guys.
Yeah,
And
in
a
that
toy
moment, it's like the
band.
band could be anything. A lot of times it's a game of chicken, but I couldn't even see the band. Yeah, this is wow. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I personally, I do like the Tory ban since KHM opted for 3 green units. It makes a lot of sense, but having the Spirit Eye Celine ban away from him means he's going to go, as Carr said, go the distance. We're going to have to drag this out super late in a frenzy.
Well, this
see
will be
how the seals
interesting.
break down. See
All the
if
units got the extra
Death Dealer
turns.
Ray
Extra
ever gets
turn,
used
extra
from the
turn.
Schneal
Just,
Prison. This is
well,
gonna be
the only
a
one that doesn't have extra
3v3.
turns is
Both players taking
extra
a pretty
damage
hefty
from
pivot here.
a
Let's
Marrow.
see. I have no idea where this is going.
Let's see. Payra start for Mutsumi.
By our
2 ice, 2 dark units. Got
What
the
cannot
escort.
be avoided must
Cody
be
was
overcome.
banned, so looking for a longer game. Weird match. Oh, mix up of a team. Got some speeders and some slowers.
From the cracks of despair.
Yeah, and KHM has a very devious positioning with his team as well. First of all, every character here has the immunity buff, meaning you can't really seal away anybody's passive first turn since stripping them away is too risky.
I also like the
also,
Schneal in that back line position, multiple reasons, and this damage actually, if you didn't know, ramps up. So you know, KHM has a deceptive amount of kill potential as well, considering there's no sustain on the side of Mutsumi.
I smell living creatures.
well
some
put,
damage.
Car. I mean, the game plan here is obviously to just seal the Schneal and rip your Death Dealer Ray and hope he goes
Seal
crazy.
the Schneal.
Seal the Schneal. Seal the Schneal. Let's get it. But here's
You
the
can't
problem.
Schneal the
Drop him
shield.
Too low, then the Dragon Bright Senya activates. Oh, very high effect
Because
resistance.
he's
That
got to
was
worry
50%,
about
so-
Senya cleansing it.
Oh, you might just have to play the long game where you first have to seal the Senya, and once the Senya is sealed, or the Dragon Bright Senya, I'm sorry, I gotta clarify, then you can seal the Schneal, and then once the Schneal is oh my god, seal
don't
the
think he
Tongue
has
Schneal.
that long
twister
of a
in
time, though,
E7.
I might not have had enough coffee for this one, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Falcon, don't let G-Cliff be right, saying we're getting tired. We are still in it. I don't think he has that much time, though, between the Dragon Bright Senya S3, between the potential screaming from the child Senya, and then the Schneal S3 coming back.
Attention.
He may not have time to go through all those motions.
Ice versus
I'll
Earth.
protect you.
Mid pushing.
Have faith in me.
Might be onto something.
He
here.
legitimately
Now
has
that
to
Temple up,
he legitimately has to seal.
Okay, can we?
Senya.
We do have some souls.
He cannot go into Dragon Bride here or Schneal. He has to
Here's
seal the kid.
problem. If you seal the Schneal right now, which he goes for,
And the stun.
We get a proc.
Yeah, here goes young Senya.
The Senya. And she
Mutsumi.
gets bullied.
And here comes
Baddie's
Ahmed
a
Super
lesson.
Help. The Dragon Scream. Skill nose out.
Hamid almost freaking dies.
Oh my god, it's
Now
such a
that's
Hey,
a
Meru
fight.
gets halved health.
Look at KHM's team. You wouldn't think that Mutsumi would be this low this early.
Good job with the seal. Seal's gone.
oh man.
Everything.
GG call. We're going to the
called
distance. As we wanted KHM.
I love that draft. The Schneal was
Game
a lot of us were
3?
We needed a little time to process there, G-Cliff, when you asked us. But after we see it in motion, not only did it kind of protect that, you made sure you have 2 green units ready to go, but also just protecting that with that Dragon Bright Senya that he likes to pick on 1. It was a very, very strong draft with a deceptive amount.
They're
of,
tired.
damage.
They had a
power that you do not have to go
the
first. You do
Japan
not need speed characters to
bracket
win this
was
at all.
at
And
11
I think there's
p.m.
nobody
and
better
the
showcasing it than
EU
him
bracket
because
was at 5
just
a.m.
the clever positioning
So
of
they
his
had-
units and the combination of the young Senya as well. It just forced
12,
Mutsumi to make so
1,
many
2,
tough
3,
plays, and we
4,
know he makes
5.
clean decisions. He's good at picking out the exact right play.
6, 7 hour gap between the two. So maybe a 2-3 hour break nap in between to whatchamacallit stuff.
And I think a lot of that was the pressure that KHM puts on you in the draft. We saw that with the XW square. Mutsumi there kind of had to pivot off his initial game plan with that Toria mid. Yeah, I think that's just that KHM diff.
And by the way, please be respectful to all the players. Chat, please. Or bad things can happen to you in chat.
Talk to him, G-Clef.
Now.
Natsumi.
Oh,
Never had
the game
this
for all the
type of
marbles.
issue until the previous
Game for
set.
all the marbles, guys.
Looked near
Game
invincible and
game
very
3.
calculated,
Winner
perfect
goes
strategy,
on
and
to the
also
top
game
8. Loser
wasn't
goes
the
home.
same in the previous game. Can he do it again? He's getting
For
the
both
first pick.
players. Arya is taken out of the picture.
Here, take my hand.
See Phantom
See, Phantom
Politis.
gets picked up first.
Root for
as
your
the
favorite
default
player.
enabler.
Let's see who makes it out of the qualifier.
Ooh, you know, one concern, I was just gonna say, Empyrean Illinev still on the board. KHM has to pick it up. I mean, a lot of times you have to see these characters split up, because if one player gets both, Janua on third pick just goes completely crazy and eats up every other character in the draft.
I think KHM single-handedly raising the win rate of this Empyrean Illinev. Let's see what he opts for on his second pick.
All the marbles.
And one
I will
thing
sit
like
up
to
for this
highlight
one.
As well. Yup, Abyssal Euphine. KHM must feel super comfortable just stacking knights on knights on knights, because one of the things that usually farms for him is the fact that, well, Death Dealer Ray could really tear these knights apart with the injury with the debuffs, and Death Dealer Ray is completely eliminated for this game 3 in the Lunatic mode right now. Okay, Green Celine being hovered, but I'm not expecting her to get picked here.
Yeah, most
Green
definitely way
Thief?
too early.
Violet?
No activation.
What else?
He's just hovering.
Okay, this is a good one. This is a really good one.
Yeah, we saw how good Mitsumi used that in game 1.
Oh,
And the
Mort
Mortellix comes out.
to save the day?
A fan favorite.
Can you? Ken Mort, the great one. I don't actually know the win rate for Mort anymore. I think it's about 50-50. Some losses, some wins.
Perfectly balanced. Well,
Third
this unit
pick is
insane.
really important for KHM here. He needs to make sure his team does not get farmed by the high tempo brought in by the Sea Phantom as well as the Urban Shadow Shoe, but also you can't rely on counterattacks, otherwise this Mort might just eat you for breakfast.
Infinite Horizon Arcades. Might change all those fears away. Also got a stun
I mean, that's
on their
provided she
S1.
breaks out of the fear herself, right?
Yeah, we have seen a lot of the players get a little lucky and break out early, but you know, you've been in that spot as well where you're just always feared.
Whatever happens.
Guard Captain Crow comes through.
Insane.
I like this unit a lot. I talked about how he's good against injury,
another
how he's
DN.
good, like he doesn't have resources. Now that's an answer to the Guard Captain Crow though. When Illinev is taken away, you also have that
Are
answer
we
on
really about to? Oh no, I'm sorry, wrong side. I was gonna say, are we really about to see a Fenny?
After the end pick, right?
No, I think this is a playable character here.
Really?
I actually think Fene is a playable character here. Fene's biggest weakness is crowd control and debuff, and there is no debuffs for KHM.
It is
In
Fenny.
25, Fene.
Oh
I
my
want you
goodness.
guys to close your eyes and imagine
Okay.
how much damage this character is going to be doing.
On Rift?
Right? She doesn't rely on defense.
On Rift.
She will eat this Goofy, eat this Achilles, and eat this crowd alive. So now
I would
KHM
like,
has to pick the poison.
Gala.
Whether
Yeah,
you want to
yeah.
die to the Fenny or
I think Valky got a mistake in that Fenny's on Matsumi's side with Shu and with Crow.
Fene actually ended up
Yes.
winning that game. Yen banned out. Gala out of the equation.
But it's all good. It's all good,
Going
Valky.
to the final
Poor guy's
of this
tired.
game.
Car's tired. G-Club's probably tired. We're all tired.
From Matsumi starting things off. Fene on the back.
And to the left.
Here's the Phantom Dance, the Ghost.
You're quite the dancer now.
Coming out, let's see debuffs.
I'm just doing my
3 speed down.
Constellation push up. Now we could do a play we saw in the past. You
now?
know, we have that S2. The crowd could go ahead. The problem is,
Oh, on Euphine.
I don't think it's enough damage. Yeah, it just goes for the Euphine. Maybe he wants to get that cycle, or sorry, the Fighting Spirit up. Sea Phantom though, counter for his trouble.
Sense break.
Oh, you do not want to see
Mort
that defense break.
is activated.
Very unlucky timing there, especially right into the Urban Shadow shoe.
You're in for a
I mean, the Urban Shadow shoe is one thing, but that Fenny will literally send you to Rift Land.
That injury.
And
The Mort.
Here goes more.
This is just gonna be
Strips.
so much damage ready
For the
KHM.
claw. Smash.
Jeez.
Gone
He hit
here on
everything.
3.
What's Fenny gonna kill?
Is that it?
to escape it. If she gets the turn, she will be able to break out, but I don't know if this Fenny is going to let her do that. You don't have to S3, but we're going to rip it anyway. Let's see this damage go. I'm so excited to see Fenny here.
By Euphine.
Boy, we're just going to
Paralyzed,
take out the
paralyzed.
Yuffie. Okay.
given to despair.
Yeah, but we have the S3, like Doc was saying, with the
GG cold, and that is it.
okay.
Mutsumi is the winner from EU Qualifier. 2 fear turns.
It's over.
And KHM said, okay, that is it. Can't take it anymore. I'm gonna tap out, and
Yeah.
Mutsumi will be the winner from the European Qualifiers, moving up to the main stage. 2-1 score.
Well, it's over, guys.
KHM next year. Maybe next year.
Man.
Was a good run, though.
Mort the MVP.
Yeah, I
Fene?
would even say the Fenny
Morts?
wasn't even really. No, I don't even think. I mean, it was going to be a good one in the long run, but it was honestly just that.
Yeah, he
Mort
tapped out.
defense break straight into that Urban Shadow shoe. The S2 Infinite Horizon and Katie's push up not paying off for him. I wonder maybe if we went Guardian Captain Crow, the fact that we banned out the DN, maybe we could have risked some kind of damage, but it was most likely not one-shotting anybody here.
Oh. Oh, boy.
This is indeed done, guys. It is done.
At the end, Mutsumi dropped 1 game, but it was against KHM, and that was a really good drafting coming out from KHM's second pick, by the way. But the game after, though, another first pick from Mutsumi had a different plan. Oh, that Fene. Interesting. So certainly a player who can think outside the box a little bit. And that EM pick was a big threat to KHM as well. So well done overall. Oh, and we'll get to see some highlight between the 2 players. As
Don't count on me.
I have to say, that was a really good finals indeed.
Yeah,
Got to
it was
see
a good
some
set.
knockballs.
Game 3, I'm sad to see, had to go that way. It's kind of early, but here we go. This was the initial game where we thought the knockball was getting a lot of value, providing those binds. However, Mutsumi just wisely, very, very carefully waited out the debuffs. And then when all things lined up, he's going to get that Urban Shadow shoe. It's going to be enough damage to take out that Arya, the KHM solo Arya that he likes on that band protection spot.
I know it didn't make it to the highlights, but Car, you really pointed it out. That Fallen Cecilia, you know, you only have 2 souls to your name, and you have to pay the Ari attacks, but Soul Burst on the Fallen Cecilia protects the shoe, and then the shoe ended up being the character to clutch the game for him. Such expert decision making. I love this set. I think out of this entire weekend, even if you factor in Korea server, this might have been my favorite set of the entire weekend.
Euphine,
What a game.
Arya knockball.
There was that sigh of relief that you were talking about. Yeah, he was feeling it.
Mutsumi.
KHM puts that pressure on you.
And I think if you're a Turn 2 enjoyer, you definitely are here with us, and you're just living the RTA through this set.
I'm loving that right side draft. Like, what am I even looking at here? But it was so good in hindsight. Just carefully crafted the positioning on point. The Schneel trapping that Death Dealer Ray perfectly. Even though you get that seal, that's gonna activate the Child Senya, and she's gonna scream at you, do so much damage. And you even had that Senya follow-up.
Ooh, and I really wanna highlight, like, even though he's pushed to the brink, KHM just defends so expertly, gets 1 game back, and I think both of these games too, he ended up not winning, but he's just so good at defending. And here, I think Mutsumi also showing his builds are really good. 28,000 on the shoe, Mort 24,000, not giving that Guard Captain Crow an easy target. KHM not really making the most of the first Katie's turn, and not feeling too good with himself there.
Fene on that icy ground. Makes perfect sense. Yeah, seems like Mutsumi was very excited after that win, feeling the nerves and
All right.